Revolution Pro right there. Pretty good controller. Just arrived in the mail. I just spent a few minutes kind of getting it unboxed, getting it set up, and just getting it ready to go really for my Division gameplay and other gameplay. So it is just to do a little comparison. Here's the Nacon. Here's the PS4 controller. As you can see, this is a bit beefier, a bit longer. It's kind of good for my hands. If you look at the left stick, you can see the D-pad and the left stick are reversed here. This is closer to what the Xbox controller is like. So very good in the hand. Feels very good, very solid. The nice thing about this being a Pro controller, it can be weighted. You get a little bag of little weights like this, and you get a little key. Let's see if I can do this without dropping them like I did earlier. And you basically pull it out, and you could put some weights in there. So when I found this, or when I got this, to me in my hand, it was very weighted forward, like it was tipping forward. I didn't like that very much. So I put heavier weights in it. So that way it's kind of sitting back in my hand a bit more. So it's just kind of resting in the palm of my hands and kind of gives all my fingers a bit of a rest, trying to actually grip it and press buttons at the same time. So the controller itself, you know, the sticks, you know, you get a concave L stick, so you can actually have better tactile control of movement, and then you get the domed right stick, so you can have a bit more. So I don't know if I'm going to add anything to it just yet. I just want to kind of play it naked and go with that. Now this is a Pro controller, which is supposedly designed for esports. So a couple things you need to know about it. It is wired. You can only use this wired. It cannot be wireless. It has this kind of twisty unplug here and goes in. One little gripe straight out of the box is the connectors and the holes of the wire didn't exactly fit properly, so I had to spend a couple minutes with just a blade to move the male connector, and I used a safety pin to open the female connector. So it took a couple tries to get that fitted. I was kind of thinking, you know, if this is supposed to be a Pro controller that's supposed to be wired, I think I would have liked this to be permanently wired in there, so we don't even have to fuss about it. But this is just what they've done. So maybe they're going to come up with a wireless attachment down the road. Who knows? I don't know anything about that. Since this is a Pro controller as well, another great feature is you can fully map all the buttons to whatever you want it to do. So if you wanted to change your triggers around, you wanted to change the X or the D-pad around or anything like that. On the bottom, you get 4 extra triggers here. So if you are playing an RPG or something, where you've got to do some complicated moves, you can add some buttons to there. I just set these up for the Division. My right 2 are going to be med kits. My left 2 are going to be grenades, so I can do grenades without having to take my finger off of the left stick, which is pretty pro. So
you know you need this.
You also be able to set up macros for this. Meaning that if I hit X, I can hit X and set it up to do 3 or 4 or 5 different things, however I wanted it to do. For instance, if it was a fighting game or an RPG or something like that. My disappointment with that is there's no auto run on console. So if I just hit the stick forward like this, I'm going to do this little slow jog. If I want to run, I've got to hit L3 and either hold it down or just press it once. So in an average game, you know, no one walks. So in an average game, you're going to be hitting this L3 a couple hundred, maybe even a couple thousand times per session. So I was kind of hoping I could set up a macro where I could just hit the left stick forward and start and set it up to run. But you can only do it for buttons. You can't do it for the stick, which is, you know, I'll be fine. I've been playing this game since day one, having to do it. So, but massive add auto run. It's 2017. There's no excuses. So there you go. All the buttons, all the triggers and all these sticks are fully customizable, meaning I could set the I could set the sensitivity of each depending on my particular play style or my needs. The only thing I've touched is the left L2. I set at 50% so I can go ADS just a bit quicker. And then I did set R2 to about 50% so I can get quicker. But what I'm finding is I have this set to 50% right now. That's me trying to hit as fast as possible. I'm actually shooting the gun faster than the game is able to recycle that weapon. So, but the nice part is, you know, looks pretty good so far. So there you go. If I wanted to, I mentioned the grenades. So here I am. I'm running forward. I'm able to throw a grenade without getting off target, which is also pretty nice to do. Before, you know, you kind of had to stop, click that, then start moving forward. You know, that was death in high stress PvP sessions. So I think overall I'm pretty happy with this. It costs about $100 from Amazon. I got it in about 5 days, which wasn't too bad either. So, you know, just to invest a little bit in sort of my gaming experience. I was looking for a new controller anyway, so why not go get a decent one and actually enjoy the experience a bit more. So yeah, just please enjoy. I'm going to go do some gameplay right now. I don't know what I want to do. Let's go in the dark zone. It should be fun. I just kind of want to see how I do up against these guys.
They tell me the dark zone supply drops are happening because they expect Keener and his friends to be a threat. But I'm not sure that's all there is to it.
Going to be fun.
They might know more than they're telling us at this point.
So let's go 90.
Just keep focusing on getting there before anyone else does.
So I really haven't changed anything else with the game. So let's just kind of see how it does. As I said, it feels really good in my hand. I don't know if I want to put any kind of rubby, grippy things on here just to beef it up a little bit. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make myself comfortable here. There's that. Put you back in your little bag. You do get, you know, some silly stickers and paraphernalia with it. You do get kind of this cool kind of bag, you know, if I was traveling to go to some e-sport competition, whatever. And you get a very kind of nice cleaning cloth, which I'm actually going to use on my sunglasses a little bit later. So you do get some nice little extras. You know, they are trying to make this sort of the pro controller for the PS4. I was on the fence about which one I really wanted to get. I was torn kind of between this one, the Razor Raiju, and then Hori actually has a one that's out there. I did the video made by SkillUp was my influencing factor in this, so we're going to go from there, right? So I'm just going to change my settings real quick so I can talk to my one fan, and then we'll get going here. Okay, let's. All right. Let's get back in the game. All right, so let's go play this then. So anyway, that's it. So let's just play the game. Let's just kind of see how it feels. I have not played the game or gone up and
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
Kind of nice part about what I'm finding right now is my middle fingers. I'm not necessarily sitting on the buttons. The underside triggers, so hopefully I don't automatically trigger a grenade or a med kit. How do I aggro those guys? Really?
This area is contaminated.
It's a little oversensitive, I think. Yeah, see, I just did that. I just hit the button by accident. So that's okay. I just have to change. Oh no! Damn it! Slow down, Jack. What's wrong with my leg? Okay, let's just go back to 8070. That's what I'm playing at.
Now leaving the contaminated area.
R1, L1 buttons seem very, very tight. You know, very, you know, when you hit it, there's a bit of tactile feel. So, all right, let's go find some bad guys. What do you think? There's one over there, 300 meters away. So yeah, not a bad little investment, I think, because I want to try to get a little bit better here. Hopefully my mic sounds good. I do have my microphone plugged in to it, so let's see what's happening here. Yeah, the X, square, circle, triangle buttons feel really good in my hand. You know, it does feel like I'm actually pressing the button for once. So yeah. You know, controller's not slippy. The plastic feels very good. Almost not rubbery, but just very solid in my hand. Yeah, very nice. So not that I'm expecting this to turn me into the world's greatest player or anything, but I am going to say that, you know, I think my old controller was starting to get a little worse for wear after about 18 months of hard use. Alright, so I'm going to run up to these guys real quick, and I'm going to chuck a grenade and see if I can... Good, right works. Pop a med kit. Ah, was that 3-on-1? That's nice. Thought I had him. Oh well. Oh, if you hear something in the background, I just got the gardener is conveniently over. So, okay, not too bad. Okay. Let's go refill those. So the nice thing about having these triggers on the bottom is, you know, if you do a long left D-pad press, you get the wheels like that. So I'm gonna put the shotgun. That's good. Let's put that on real quick. I think they ran away. 3-on-1 and they ran away. See, there. So the options and the other buttons are a little... Put my alpha on here and see how I do. See, I just accidentally hit the
damn it, good
button.
Fucking shot terrain. Fuck!
You dead? Nacon Revolution Pro. double roll feels good. Yeah, so I just have to watch my kids, my index finger or my middle finger on my left hand. I don't always hit the. Because I need to change that. That way I'm not hitting. Wishing the left stick was a bit more grippy. Kind of tempted to put my control freak on just to see how it goes.
I ain't getting no fucking fire.
This party blows. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I just have to fix my muscle memory about where the R1 and L1 are, but that's going to be fine. They do feel a lot. They feel a lot better than easier than the little buttons. You know, these are more like paddles, especially L1 and R1.
This is the shit you need.
Let's go do something. Let's see how this works. Get myself going here. So loud. Yeah, sorry guys, I've got the gardener coming conveniently, so it might be a bit loud. So I need to delete. Am I gonna get any last stand? Maybe I'll do a survival run. Let's get out of here. This ain't working. Ain't got time for that. Okay, I'm actually going to turn off my mic for a second because it is going to get pretty loud, so just enjoy the gameplay and I'll chime in when I need to, okay?
infection severely elevated beyond this point. Quarantine is in effect. Violators will be shot.
Into a hazmat suit, Agent. We just got word that the experimental antiviral...
Hey, I just realized I had my microphone off the entire time because I've got the gardener here, so it might be a bit loud. So let me, if it's too loud over the mic, let me know, guys, and I'll turn it off.
Come on, move it. We don't have much time. We need to be in the air before the storm.
Yeah, I think it might take me a little while too, and I just have to, you know, my hands tend to tense up in combat. Yeah, my bad. I forgot I turned the mic off because I was, anyway, so 7th and 33rd is
Warning.
a new
Infection
area
detected.
I want to go check out in survival. I want to see if that's a viable... Alright. Again, Nacon Revolution Pro, everything feels really solid in my hand. Oh no, except for that. No! I got it. I don't have time for you. Okay, so let's use... Yeah, I gotta have... So I did set up the bottom 2 paddles for medkits
Infection
and...
temporarily stabilized.
Medkits and that consumables and grenades. So I just want to be able to use the... get used to using the button. So I'm here. All right, let's go to my apartment here. I'm not going to go to the... There's an underground... there's a subway here, a subway system, but it has way too many bad guys for me to be worried about.
Drop in core temperature detected.
So I kind of want to do the survival run not only to get used to the controller, but also to get used to where the D-pad is, because obviously you need the D-pad in survival more than anything else. Let's do the best run ever. I don't know, I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you. I'm just a little nervous because this is a brand new controller for me, so. Yeah, I know. I just like I said, I'm a fool for this kind of stuff. I really, like I said, I had the money. I wanted to spend it. Where is this guy? Seriously?
Body temperature has reached critically low levels.
That guy's still chasing me. So I'm only a little tense because my muscle memory I think is so good in survival. Okay, just wait a second. Did he follow me? Let's just see how I do here. I'm just a little nervous about my muscle memory isn't going to be quite there.
Detecting lowering of core body temperature. Threat of hypothermia increased. Response detected. Infection imminent.
Okay, so we got this. Did he go up here? Didn't go up here. I wouldn't mind a bit more clothing though. Come on, hats. 2 hats, really, guys? Alright, so I'm gonna have to really, there you go. So far, yeah, I'm a little nervous about combat, to be honest with you. So, let's jet up here real quick. And there you go.
Temperature is below optimal levels.
So this guy obviously came here. Alright, so yeah, D-pad's gonna be fun.
Alert. Infection address hold.
Really? Can you just oh my god. Game of the year, guys. Come on. Yeah, I know. The problem I have, Polar Star, is I need to make sure that my middle finger is not accidentally hitting the grenade button, because it's right where my middle finger is. Like it's almost. I mean, I almost feel like this controller is custom made for my hand. To be honest with you, like it fits exactly right for my hand. I'm a little surprised. I'm happy and I'm surprised at the same time. So, Obviously there's somebody around here who knows what they're doing, so I don't want to fight those guys. I don't want to go around the other side and so hopefully my voice sounds good over the... I've got it plugged into the controller. That was something I went through with the Hori Tac Pro that I have, is the connection for the microphone is not the best. Alright, so I'm in a bit of a shit situation right now, as I need to get here. But I do need to get the gun that's on the other side here, so hopefully I can get that. Is it this way? Is it this way? I am kind of hoping it is a bit easier. If anything, just to be able to throw grenades on the run. Okay, so I've got a... gun to be playing with anyway, but okay, so up, yeah, D-pad, I'm really going to have to remember where that is. Yay. And yay. I will take an Augie. Can I go warm up? So, there's stuff around here I want. So that's, there you go, left. Yeah. But you know what, when I get a couple of med kits, I'll demonstrate, because I was doing it earlier. I was doing it earlier with the, just on the outside, where I was just kind of getting the button set up. Fire around here. It's back, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, so I was just doing that, like, I don't want to pop a med kit right now because I only have the one. Okay, so I made an extended mag, so let's put that on here. So everything, you know, everything feels really good. Like this feels really chunky. I think the weight is really good. It kind of wants to sit at about a 45-degree angle in my hand, which is perfect for me.
Body temperature dropping below normal levels.
So let's again, just getting used to the button paddles is going to be something, but I can live with that. Okay, so how am I doing on? I don't know. There was another player around here because obviously he looted those areas. I don't know where he went though. I don't care because I'm gonna do my thing. Ooh. So again, my only disappointment is, you know, you have the ability to set up macros, but you can't set up macros for. Can't set up macros for the analog sticks, which kind of sucks. So I was trying to set up something for auto run. So that's my biggest. Oh my god! There you go. But again, it feels like it's just a tighter, better built. I mean, it is. It's a tighter and better built. controller. I mean, it's $100.
Alert.
Which
Engine
isn't,
temporarily
again, not
stabilized.
out that far outside of my budget anyway, and obviously I'm going to have this for a while. Player. Hold on for a second. Alright, so I'm going to go straight for...
Core temperature is dipped below optimal levels.
What's up, man? He was scared. He's like, oh shit, it's FlankerJack. That guy yells at me if I take his stuff. Hi, Jack, you're my hero. Alright, let's go. Oh, my gardener's not too bad. That's good. The real trick is going to be how do I fight with that M44, because that's going to be good times for everyone. I hope no one's looted this area. Nope. Well, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to chuck a grenade. So yeah, I didn't even have to... Whoop. See, my finger now automatically went to the D-pad where on the other controller is, so I've got to be careful about that. So let's get some stuff going here. Okay. Good, okay, so D-pad up. Yeah, I'll put those on. Really? Hi, it's Hat Day at the Division. Welcome to Hat Day. Can I take your hat? Do you have a coat? No, Jack, you haven't found any coats. Put those on instead of those purple ones because I want some freaking DPS here. I'm gonna shoot some bad guys. I want DPS. Okay, so if I plan my button moves out a bit ahead of time, I think I'll be okay. Like if I know I'm coming up to a ledge until I get the nice. Maybe MP5 is a... Oh, sorry. I was confused. Alright. Let's keep the Augie. God, I have no clothing. But luckily, the nice part about this is the hat I have matches my containment suit. So I'm pretty happy about that fact. Also happy that that guy is upstairs right now, so I can go get the gun here. It's better be a purple assault rifle. Oh, for the love of God. This game's starting to hate me. Please be some clothing. Okay, I'll be a medkit. Okay, so believe it or not, firing the semi-automatic weapon is super satisfying. Like, I really felt like I was pulling a trigger. That was awesome. So is finding a jacket. You know how happy that makes me feel. Did you drop anything?
Warning. Vital signs indicate probable infection. Alert. Infection progress halted.
Oh my god, come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. I don't even know where my stats are at. I don't care right now. I'm just trying to get used to the controller. So when I die horribly, that's going to be my excuse. Oh, the controller did it. Because the bad work relating to those tools was good. I'll take those. Yes. Oh, now I'm on the phone, guys. Hang on.
Detecting lowering of core body temperature. Threat of hypothermia increased.
Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. I will take a win.
Warning. Immune response detected. Infection imminent.
I don't have any,
Drop in core temperature detected.
Okay, so I want to kill him. Oh, see, that was bad. My thumb automatically went to, the D-pad, because for some reason I took my thumb off the, that's not too bad. Alright, D-pad. There you go. Little Sodi. D-Dave was killed by the cold. Sorry, Dave. This all happened to us, don't worry. Graphene plate bag. Isn't graphene the stuff they use in pencils? Or like artists use for drawing? That's what I always thought graphene was.
Core temperature is dipped below optimal levels.
Yeah, what's up, Squeaky Clean? Thanks for checking in, bro. Appreciate it. Really?
As soon as I found you,
Oh! 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 Oh, I just wet my pants, I think. Yep, I just wet my pants in this game. Physically wet my pants all over my brand new controller. Where are ya? That's where I wish I'd scanned. Oh, there you are. Alright, so the gardener's kind of making some noise, so I apologize again. Dying by the cold, that sucks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this session just with the
core body temperature dropping.
up. Equip. Alright, Polar Star. So, okay, I'm going to run. Actually, let me mark my next waypoint here. Okay. So I'm going to run, and I'm going to hit the little trigger below. Okay, that's me using a medkit on the run right there. So you don't actually stop. You actually stop running when you use it, which is kind of crappy. Not too happy about that fact, but again, we don't have auto run. The guys on PC, they have auto run. I was kind of wishing I could set it up, but I can't do it. So. All right, that's good. See, yeah, that's gonna be I got to make sure that I'm holding the controller like with the bottom of my hands, and that my middle fingers are not too many firearms I'm used to holding. So, all right, so let's. It's like I forgot how to play this game, so I've got a new controller. Yeah. Oh, trust me, mate. It's leaps and bounds above what I'm doing, so oh, look at my firearms already. Yeah, see how no. Is it shit, I don't know how to. There you go. I've completely forgotten how to play this game. Holy shit, I'm in trouble. Alright, what do I need? I need some tools, okay. There's some right outside the door. Okay, that's good. Okay. So I'm not actually going to make anything. I don't think I'm going to make anything else except for pulse. Now I've got pulse. That's good. I've got a solid weapon. Yeah, let's make a purple vest. Please be stamina. I just need to get some stamina. All right, and some clothing. Yeah, let's get a. Oh, hang on. Very nice. Alright, so where am I at? No, Mr. Ray, this is PvE. I don't play PvP survival, sorry. I get crap from my Facebook page for that, but I really don't care. I just don't do.
Warning. Action detected. Alert.
Alright, so I am going to go and clear out this across the street real quick. I kind of want to get,
Core temperature is below optimal levels.
I mean, to me, the whole point of doing this, right, is obviously to play the actual game mode. I don't need any more freaking firearms, guys. Quit it. I don't need any more firearms, guys. Oh, for the love of God, what just happened? Alright. Freaking game, man. 441, 393, 451. This is stupid. This game just got stupid. What's up here? Anything else up here? Alright. So I am just again, my new controller, the Nacon Revolution Pro.
Core body temperature dropping.
So I'm going to run this way because I don't want to have to run into those guys. There's a group of 4 L&B right outside the entrance. So again, you know, the reason why I think, oh God, really? What do you... Yeah. You know, Pete, I've done survival PvP a little bit. To be honest with you, unless you're on a team, at least a team of 2, I just don't. I hate to say, like, I almost can't do it. Like, it's almost. No, I'm not gonna say too difficult. Oh my God, why are you going up there? There you go.
You think this through over there? Gotta leave time.
Yeah, see, I just accidentally hit the grenade button. So I think I'm gonna disable one of the left underside buttons because I keep hitting it by accident. The grenade one. That way I can. But there is a nice tactile opposite side to it. So. You know, I don't mind teaming. I mean, again, I've got no problem with team play because, you know, there's always going to be a...
Antiviral cache tagged and mapped in dark zone.
You know, just because there's always going to be, you know, I'm okay with teams in PvE because, you know, let's help team up. Maybe you come across a guy you know, maybe, you know, someone's asking for your help. You know, PvE should be about people helping each other. You know, the only competition is really... Think of it like golf, right? The only competition is with yourself in PvE. It's when people team up in PvP that's where I start to have the problems. So again, trying to be a solo player going up against a team of 2 is not
Alert.
fun.
Infection temporarily stabilized.
Alright, so I'm not going to fight those guys. I'm not going to fight you just yet, because you're going to aggro when I start fighting these guys. That noise? Like a weird chain noise going on.
I think I can take you.
Where you at, son? What's that? Is that something I can use? Yeah. Yeah, so the real challenge with this is going to be using the it's going to be using the M44. Here. Don't want to aggro the but I will say though, you know, the controller, the analog sticks, Pete, every now and again I'll do a I haven't streamed it in a while, but every now and again I'll do a no meds run. That's the challenge. You want to do this run, you want to have fun with this game, do a run with no meds. And just kind of see how that works, because that's hard. I'll tell you what, I've done it. I posted one way back when. I haven't done one in a while because I think I get a lot of people. No, I think really what happens is it kind of never works out. So maybe I'll try one after the weekend. I've got family in town this weekend, so you're not going to see me probably till Monday morning. But not too bad. But trying to do a run with no meds is that's a challenge, bro. I've not done one of those in a long time.
Warning. Infection detected.
"55 minutes.
Alert. Infection progress halted.
Thanks, Pete. Again, I appreciate all of you guys for checking in. You know, you're a stellar group of people. Whatever, bozo. Before pistols, yeah. But can you imagine, like, if you start crafting like extended mag and you know all that extra stuff on a pistol?
You made a wrong turn.
going, dummies?
We own this place. Stop hiding! Damn you! I got this.
Got to be so careful about shooting in this direction, because if you aggro that, they will not stop chasing you, and it sucks. So I kind of think the only thing I want to do right now is the left. The analog sticks are a bit small for my thumbs. So I might put my control freaks on just for a bit more tactile control, but I think so far the Nacon Revolution Pro was a pretty good purchase. So far I'm pretty happy with it.
Alert. Protection temporarily stabilized.
So this gets an A+ from me so far. Obviously the longevity of it is always going to be an issue, but I would presume that they're not going to throw something out here for esports unless it can take a bit of abuse. So good. So let's make this run short and sweet. Let's go up here. Welcome everyone. So if you're just joining the stream, as obviously it says in the description, I picked up a... Yeah. But again, roll, I mean... Swords. This game needs... Now, I'm gonna date myself again. I'm gonna make myself look old to you guys. Back in 2001, 2002, I was pretty heavily into a shooter called Delta Force Land Warrior. And it was basically kind of like Ghost Recon Wildlands, right? You're like a special ops agent guy, and you're fighting terrorists, and they had all these great, and it was such a great engine that they used. You were able to, the maps were super big, you had different types of missions, you had different types of guns. The enemy AI was pretty smart. You had different, I think it was the first game, they will say it was the first game to actually introduce classes of, like you could be a sniper, you could be an LMG, be a medic, and each particular yeah, I think that's called For Honor, Pete. And it was a super cool game. Like it was, and I was deep into that. And see, I just wrong button. So what I'm getting at is they came out with the second one. It was called Task Force Dagger in 2004. And that was set in Afghanistan. And so you would like be in Bora Bora in tunnels, defending air bases, and all that. It was a super rich game. But the PvP mode for that game was the best shooting PvP I've ever played in my life. Like you would literally, and I was with like a clan or a squad, I think, whatever we called ourselves at the time. And the nice part about it is you could host servers. So you could host a server, and you can actually create your own maps. It had a map making option to it. And so we had guys in the squad who were just, all they did was make these great PvP maps for us to play on. They were awesome. But the nice part about it too is you could also restrict.
Infection progress halted.
You could restrict weapons. So like if you didn't want grenades, that's fine. If you own one of the maps my friend made was basically a long tunnel with like it was like two staircases and a long tunnel, and it was knives only. So basically, and the melee in that game was so OP, where literally if you just hit it, you would kill anyone in a certain radius. So you would rack up like 300 or 400 kills in a 5-minute match because you would just run in and just start knifing, and it was just all knives. And it was such a funny map to play that was on the rotation. Like it was sort of the comedy map that we did after the super serious ones. But okay, I forgot what I was doing. There you go. Yeah, Delta Force Land Warrior, Task Force Dagger. I miss those days. It was a PC game.
Flare gun
super
required
cool.
for extraction is now detected.
Okay, what do I need here? Weapon parts. Do I have any weapon parts? Let me try something here. I think 1.7 people are going to come back to the Division. So what I think is going to happen with 1.7 is you are going to see an uptick in people playing the game again. You know, do I think that... I think what we're going to find is people are going to come back and play it and try it out, but I think it's gonna spike and it's gonna dip down to a level again, whether it's less or more than the level it is now. So I don't have an answer for that. I certainly hope so, because this game is so rich and so so much fun to play. Still, I mean, but we'll see. I mean, it's coming up to over a year of a game, which is an age in video games. I mean, how many games are you still playing that came out a year ago? Like, are you playing, I don't know, Call of Duty Black Ops 3? Are you playing FIFA 16, or have you moved on to FIFA 17, for instance? That's you know, are you playing Madden 2014, or you're on Madden, you know, 17?
Warning. Immune response detected.
I think what's going to happen with the Ninja Bike Tactical is, I read a little bit about that. It's gonna be taken away in the PTS. It's going to be kind of like that. Oh, weapon part. Let's make a weapon part real quick. I think the PTS they'll change it. Because you might as well just at that point just give everyone a Ninja Bike messenger bag, and then just, okay guys, have fun, have at it. So yeah, we'll see. But like I said, you know, the PTS stuff is going to be interesting. Okay, what do I need for this? Electronics. Where is it? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Okay, so let's make 2 electronics. Actually, 3 electronics. And 3 fabric. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm you know, whenever they, again, you have to understand one of the, I'm not going to say the way we're conned into playing this game, because I don't think we're conned at all. One of the ways a game like this gets people to come back in to play it is to basically announce, oh, for the love of God, can I get any stamina ever? Stamina, please. You know, so let's say you've got a game. Well, I don't use Deadeye. I think it's overpowered. And you have to understand, you know, when they talk about nerfing, I remember Sony Online Entertainment, as bad as a company as that is for video games, Sony Online Entertainment would at least
Alert.
justify
Connection temporarily stabilized.
nerfing a weapon like in a justify nerfing a weapon in a game like I played PlanetSide 2 for about 2 years when that first came out, till they screwed that game up. And whenever they would say, okay, well, we're gonna nerf this LMG with this faction, right? And they say, because we've noticed, and they would actually justify it with numbers. They would say, we found that the players using this weapon are 38 times more likely to win a battle than against every other type of weapon. Like they would actually show you the numbers. Massive don't do that. I think what they do is they literally listen to public opinion too much, and public opinion says, sorry guys, we're gonna take this one away because we feel that that too many players are complaining about it. Like, and they'll watch Twitch and they'll watch like YouTube. You know, guys like me, like if I would. There's no problem with my firearms. So I kind of wish Massive were a bit more of a mature game company. You know, they're nerfing the two most powerful items in the game, right? Seeker Mines with airburst, with wildfire and chain reaction. And if you have an inventive backpack and a tactician's... Okay, let's try and throw a grenade here. Okay, let's use the bot now. So... And then Deadeye is because every freaking...
Vital signs indicate probable infection.
Every freaking Twitch gamer is complaining about it because that's the only thing that can kill him.
Progress halted.
Oh my god, my healing is awful. So... You know, I think the problem isn't the item itself, right? If I wanted to do a high skill build and go around and chuck Seeker Mines every 30 seconds, I should be able to do that no problem because I've invested into that build. What I don't like is those talents that go along with it, like Wildfire. Chain reaction, death by proxy, all these things that kind of add to the OP-ness of a certain skill. Really? So, and it's kind of like medkits. When they changed medkits in 1.5. Are you talking about right now in this game? Like for my survival runs? You know, in this particular battle, I think support station works better. The only problem I have with support station right now is if I were to put a support station down, this guy is in any case except PvP.
Warning. Immune response.
I don't like how when you put down a skill object, NPCs target it. Like if you're fighting grenade guys, they will throw a grenade right on. Doesn't matter where you put the skill object, that grenade will land right on the skill object and blow it up. So again, the NPC scripting is something that I think needs to be fixed. That's way too, you know, like these guys. Look, you fought these guys before, right? So when Fatty here goes to shoot you, if I put down a turret, the first thing he does is he goes and kicks the turret. Is that dead body over there? That might be a dead guy. I hope so. So, does that make sense? Exactly. So, that's not a problem with the actually using a support station. That's a problem with NPC scripting, which I've had problems with since day one. You know, the NPCs are basically if-then objects, right? If you put... Is this a dead guy in here? Strange. So, that's a bigger issue in the game. And this is, again, this is where I think Massive are too small-minded of a company to deal with this. You know, if I could trust Massive to come through on shit. You know, if I could trust Massive to say, okay, listen, we know NPCs are a problem. We're sorry. It's the game engine. It's, you know, there's a problem with the programming. Oh, I just wrecked that guy. Unfortunately, I don't. Not that I just think that I think the Snowdrop engine is a substandard gaming product. You know, like, it looks beautiful. Oh god, run, get away, controller. I think I just wrecked him.
Warning. Vital signs.
Well, I mean, tactical gamer, I mean, I'll tell you what. Again, this is where I stand, right? I have a Seeker Mine build for Last Stand, which is, I just played just for a joke. You guys have seen me try to PvP. It's not my thing. I don't like it. But I'll tell you what. If you wanna spec into Deadeye, I think you should be able to. You absolutely should say, okay, I want to be a sniper build, right? Deadeye is a sniper build, right? So it should be a powerful shot. The problem isn't Deadeye. You know. To me, the problem is the weapons that go... Not the weapons, the talents that are associated with stuff, like... So let's look at Seeker Mine, right? Everyone uses airburst. So everyone uses the airburst with this massive explosion damage, and you bleed. That's what used to happen. Everyone complained about that. So the fix they did was, okay, well, we'll make it fire damage. So now airbursts are basically napalm. So you get this stupid ring of fire on the ground. If you get caught in it, you become on fire, and then you get to be shot. Well, that's fantastic. Here's the problem with that. If you have wildfire, right? Wildfire adds a 30% chance to be caught by it if you're within 10 meters of someone who gets caught on fire. So if I'm playing Last Stand, I'm running with my mate, and we're running together. We get targeted by a Seeker Mine, and I roll out of the way, but my buddy gets caught in the fire. Even if I'm outside of that fire zone, I get caught on fire too. That's ridiculous. Now let's take it up a step. Now let's say I put on chain reaction, right? Chain reaction now increases explosion damage by 20% if multiple enemies are hurt in the explosion. So let's say now I've got airburst on, right? And I'm running with my buddy, and I decide that someone throws a Seeker Mine at me, right? That I'm going to get 20% more damage because I was caught in the explosion with my friend. There's no what's the word I'm looking for?
Warning. Immune
There is
response
no
detected. Infection imminent.
There's no way to defend against that.
Alert.
I don't care how
temporarily stabilized.
because you can't use an immunizer station. And you can't use a you know, and nothing else will work, you know. And even if you overheal, you might be able to survive. But then you get dropped because you're getting shot at. So my problem isn't with Airburst and Deadeye and Medkit healing power. My problem is with the talents. And those have never been changed since day one. So those actually, to me, they've got to go. Like, I would just get rid of that whole talent thing. Take them out of the game, and let's just get some raw damage and raw power. So that's the problem. So again, Massive being, you know, I had a boss who used to say that, you know, a bad employee will always do the stupid, will take the stupid, do the stupid thing. Massive to me are doing the stupid thing constantly. They are, instead of changing the core game, they're just gonna fluff around it to appease the Twitch players, because that's their marketing arm. They're the ones that keep the game viable. If you go to every YouTube channel except mine, but if you go to every YouTube channel, every single Twitch player, you know, everything that even Skill Up and Marco Style have got on the train of
Warning. Vital signs indicate probable infection.
I need viewers. Let's go talk about this great 1.7 state of the game that we just heard, right? Everyone's doing that. And they're not offering an opinion. They're just saying, okay, guys, hey, listen, there's going to be a PTS coming soon. So what do? If you're one of, you know, Marco Styles' 100,000 subscribers, you might jump back into the Division again. Hey, I'm going to go play the Division for a little while. Let's go see what's happening. So going back to the original question, you know, what do I think about 1.7? I think we're getting completely changes that no one's asking for, right? No one's asking for commendations. No one's asking for world events or whatever they're calling it. I mean, people are complaining the Ninja Bike bag is useless. So what do? We're going to make the Ninja Bike the most valuable item in the game. Who's fucking asking for that? I'm not. No one's asking for that. But instead of fixing NPC maximum damage and maximum accuracy at distance, instead of fixing NPC scripting, instead of fixing the rogue system, which is completely broken and unimaginative now and boring, instead of making this an actual viable game, they're just going to do some crappy cosmetic things to get people to play the game for a couple more months. Like, they're going to get 6 more months of life out of the game. And I'm playing the game, and I love it. But I'm pissed off at the lack of ability by Massive to actually say, okay, look, we got to make some fundamental changes to the game. If you don't like it, very sorry. But they've got to happen. And again, what else would change? So there are, and again, I go back to my standing position is, there are 2 long-term viable RPGs out there who the developers woke up and said, yeah, I mean, again, they're giving, you know, and this is where this is why I get pissed off, right? That sounded weird. So instead of giving, okay, going back to my point, 2 RPGs in the history of video games. Actually, there's 3. I'll say 3. Who they're still around today. People are still playing them, and they are games that are
completely 100% different than how they started, right? The first game is Ultima Online. It's been around for 20
Evac
years.
helicopter incoming.
The second is World of Warcraft, which I played for 9 years before I got away from that. And the other one is Star Wars: The Old Republic. And if you played those games since the beginning, they weren't afraid to completely revamp the game. They weren't afraid to say, this talent system isn't working, we're going to get rid of it and replace it, we're going to refund you all your talent points. You just have to re-roll them because we don't like the way the talents are operating. Or, you know, World of Warcraft updated its graphics system. So if you were playing World of Warcraft since 2004, 2 years ago, your computer, if you were still using the same computer, you weren't able to use it anymore. You had to get up. So they were actually able to say, okay, we know there are fundamental problems with this game. We are going to make changes because we want to keep it around. The guys at Massive, all right, they're unwilling or unable to do that. And that's my opinion. So I don't really care if Massive say, yes, the Ninja Bike is a useless piece of equipment, no one's using it. Let's change it. But don't make it the most valuable item in the game. That's stupid. They are dumb people.
60 seconds to go.
So, I mean, again, that's what
Warning. Infection progressing.
Seconds.
There you go, buddy. So we'll see what happens. Again, everything's PTS, guys. You know, they'll get it in the PTS and they'll take it away, or they'll modify it. You know, remember, there's going to be what, 3 weeks of PTS.
Evac leaving in 30 seconds.
Did it land? Where's my stuff? So we'll see. Just like the Zen Master said, guys, we'll see. I mean, hopefully they don't do the stupid thing, but they're not going to give us anything that's going to actually change the game to make it better.
Be in the air in 10.
They're just going to give us what the Twitch can do. Because that's how you market the game.
Agent, we're out of here in 10 seconds.
Alright, short and sweet today, guys.
In the air and on the way.
Anyway, listen. Back to why I'm posting this.
We're back
Nacon
online here in the booth.
Revolution
and I
Pro.
hear you made it. Thank God.
Controller.
We got a lot of work left to do now that the storm is almost over. Don't make me get all sentimental on you, okay?
You know, it is wired, super beefy in my hand. It is all what you can add. You can change and add weights as needed. Buttons on the bottom for medkits and grenades. Very cool. So I think once I get used to this, I think I'm going to really enjoy this. Oh good, I barely made master rank. Good. Hour 4, very quick. I just wanted to get the in and out. Okay, good. So I'm definitely going to say that this is a good pickup. It definitely replaces my old DualShock. You are done for now. Yeah, so go check it out if you've got a spare $100 and you want to upgrade your controller.
Yeah, man. It just arrived today, so I just set it up. If you watch the beginning of the video, I kind of give a good overview. Couple of gripes with it. Okay, let's do the pros. So the pros are, it fits my hand perfectly, right? You have little tabs in here. You can pull them out. And you get some little like 10-gram weights. What's up, Bat? And so you can actually change the weight. So when you first get it, it's actually weighted a bit forward. So you can balance out the controller. Now, I like my controller kind of sitting back at an angle, about 45-degree angle. Yeah, I'll get used to it, Tactical. And so for me, like if I just hold the controller with my middle fingers there on the arch, it sits perfectly in my hand. So I've got it weighted perfectly. The D-pad and the left stick are reversed, closer to how the Xbox controller is. So for my thumb is actually perfectly aligned to where the controller needs to be. So I'm just holding the controller basically with the meat of my hand on the sides. You have actually 4 buttons on the bottom to set up for extra things. All I did was set up the left 2 buttons for grenades, the right 2 buttons for medkits. Big beefy buttons. The analog sticks are, the same diameter as the old ones. I kind of think I want to put my control freaks on my left one just to give me a bit more tactile control on it, but I just wanted to play it raw for now. You are able to set up macros, which is really cool. So if you're playing a fighting game or you're playing an RPG or something where you need, like, say you're a wizard or a priest in an RPG and you want to do a heal, a fire, and something else, you're able to just set the button up to do all 3 at once, and it's very cool. The only problem with that, though, is you are not able to set the control sticks to the macros. So for me, I was trying to set up a macro where I could auto run. So instead of I could push the controller forward, and it would go straight into running like that. Unfortunately, I was unable to do that. So that's a big negative for me, because I'm completely sick of hitting L3 every time I wanted to run. But obviously in that game, there wasn't a lot of stressful fighting. So I wanted to try it out as well, because survival is so D-pad dependent, using the control wheels left and right like that I really wanted to see how it was. So obviously the combat was really good. The control. This is Nacon. This is the one, Nacon. Actually, it won't hurt. Hold that thought for a second. The controller is fully programmable. You can change the sensitivities of the trigger buttons. I have my left trigger to about 75% for ADS. I have my right trigger set to about 50%. And with a pistol, I'm actually hitting the trigger faster than the gun can recycle in the game. So I might need to change that back to about 75, which is very funny. I always thought that was hilarious. No rapid fire settings or anything kind of OP or changing like that. I will say that you can also change the sensitivity of the analog sticks. So if you really, like, if you're playing I guess if you're playing if you are playing FIFA or something, and you want to have the analog sticks like super sensitive, you can change that. I didn't touch those. I just changed the sensitivity on my in-game settings. What else? Oh, and yeah. I've been over there. I've run into that room a couple times. I know what you mean, like that circular room that has the thing. All right, so back to the controller, guys. Jesus. Anyway, everything feels really solid. It feels really well built. Hopefully the longevity of it. It is a wired controller, guys. It has to be plugged in order for you to use it, but the cable itself is about a mile long. So you do have, so you have plenty of room if you're, if you're using like a 100-inch TV and you're sitting 30 feet away from the from your PlayStation, you're going to have problems. But other than that, pretty good setup. But again, another problem I have. Yeah, let me show you real quick. Where's this thing? You get, hang on a second. You get like a cool, silk bag here in case you're traveling with it, because you're that pro. You travel with a freaking PlayStation. You get like a cleaning cloth here, which is kind of a nice thing. Let me show you the weights real quick. So you get, the weights kind of look like that, right? They look like little dumbbells. And you get this key that goes along with it. So let me see if I can, I did this earlier before. Let's see if I can do this again. All right, so in the back here, there's that little knobby thing. What you do is you just kind of give it a twist, and it kind of twists out, like so. Then you use that and just pull out, and it's upside down. So, and then the weights sit in the little thing. So I put the heaviest weight in the back, and then the lightest weight in the front. I just did it. That was just kind of how I did it. Okay, now I can't get it back in. There you go. And it just slots back in. And there you go, done. Pretty simple setup. My only problem now is I need to hide these weights from my cats, because this will turn into cat toys, and I will never see them again. So I need to lock those up somewhere. Yeah, very solid controller. I would definitely recommend it. Going back to what you said, it won't hurt. I was shopping around about 3 weeks ago for another controller. I was holding out hope for the Razer Raiju, just because I'm a super huge fan of Razer products. I have keyboards, mice, headset, so I wasn't jazzed about the reviews I got for that. And I was looking between that. I did not know about Nacon actually until I just looked into it. And there was also one by Hori, Hori, that made a pro one. I did look at the Skill Up review of this, and that was my deciding factor. Not that I look at Skill Up for anything anyway, but I did like his review. His review I felt was very honest, straightforward. So I did go into that. So yeah, apparently, I did all the updates. You could download software to your PC, set everything up how you want. You have 4 different profiles. There's some preset ones. There's like an arcade one. There's an FPS one. There's all these different ones. What's up, Tokemon? So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm doing good, mate. Doing good. Good stream last night, by the way, bro. That was really cool. So I think I'm pretty happy with this. I ran around the dark zone a little bit. I just did a survival run. So I think this was a good investment. I'm obviously going to have this for a while, so hopefully it does have a bit more life in it than my my DualShock, which is kind of on its last legs anyway. Nice, good job, Toad. So I think I might put my Control Freaks on here just to give myself a bit more control. But honestly, the way it's fitting in my hand right now, I'm pretty happy with it. So again, it's the Nacon Revolution Pro. Costs about $100 on Amazon. I got it in about 5 days, which is pretty good. I was expecting it last Tuesday, but I got it this morning. You get some stickers if that's your cool thing. I might put these stickers on something. I don't know yet. Package is pretty solid. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're really looking in the market for a controller and you got that $100 to spare. Definitely go pick it out. So I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm gonna have to get done for today. It's coming up on 1 o'clock. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me always, all of you. Check out Tokemon72. Put some stickers on it. I don't know. You know what I want to do? I did get. Control Freaks make these nice rubbery wraps for the controller, and it was kind of good. It kind of made me feel a bit more solid. The plastic is The plastic is kind of grippy anyway. I wouldn't say it's rubbery. I wouldn't go that far, but it's not as super smooth and slick as the other one is. So far I haven't got no problems holding it. I might go get some. What I'm thinking about getting is like some tennis racket wrap that you do for the handle. That's that nice cushiony grip. The only problem is I've got to be careful because at the bottom of it here, I don't want to mess with the bottom triggers that are right there. So I'll give it about a week. If I find that my hands getting a bit grippy or something, then I'll look into it. But so far, yeah, definitely a solid pickup. So look into it if you can. I definitely recommend. Don't just take my word. Go look at SkillUp's reviews. Go read some other reviews. Get a good wealth of knowledge behind you. Because again, it's $100 on basically a video game controller. So I mean, I'm not going to be doing esports anytime soon. You're not going to see me playing, I don't know, competitive Minecraft or anything. But yeah. Oh, hey, real quick, guys. My friend J Mike. Yeah, the triggers they're on the bottom. And if you're familiar with SCUF controllers actually give you a paddle here, and you can change the length of the paddle, and it basically is like a paddle extra. Here they just have straight, and it's actually 4. So there's one here. These are 2 buttons right there. So you got like one here, one there. I just have them both set up for my right side for med kits, my left side for grenades. So. I just got to make sure, and I just got to make sure that I keep my middle fingers off of those triggers as I'm holding the controller. So again, just muscle memory, just making the change. But so if you guys are in the BOO, word on, I've picked this up, this Navy MP5N. It comes with Unforgiving, Hurried, and Adept. If you change Hurried out to Responsive, this is a pretty strong submachine gun. Now, the huge crit hit chance. A Responsive gives you 10% extra damage. Adept gives you critical hit chance. So I'm using this on my high-end build right now. So there it is. Oh, I'm not getting. Why aren't I getting Adept? Oh, wrong weapon. There you go. So I'm using it right here. I'm getting 20.5 damage at 800 RPM because of my firearms. Hang on a second. What's going on here? This is the one. Why isn't this not set up? Okay, here it is. 19.2. Unforgiving, Responsive, and Adept on there. So I was running around that last night. Hey, thanks, it won't hurt. So I'm going to get off for today. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I've got family in town. You probably won't see me till Sunday night or Monday morning. So you guys take care, and I will catch you later. Remember, Nacon, Revolution Pro. Take care, guys.
Hey!